Hello and welcome back to Vickie's Country Home. Well, I am still getting apricots. I had 2 tubs this size full yesterday. Now I've managed to give away most of 1 tub, and I'm going to give away some of this one just because there's way too much for me to handle with everything else I've got going on right now. Got some homestead projects I'm working on that'll be coming up in the near future. So I have already made apricot butter. I have dehydrated a bunch of apricots that shrunk down to 2-quart jars. And you look at it and think, that's it? But I know that they shrunk a lot. And then my friend called me again yesterday and said, everything is ripe, please come pick them. So I went over and we picked a lot of apricots. She actually still has a lot left. Probably at least 2 more tubs this size or more. That tree was loaded. Her peaches aren't even turning ripe yet, and it's just as loaded. So that may be coming up in the future too. So in the meantime, I have all these apricots. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make apricot jam, and I can't wait to see how that comes out because the apricot butter is delicious. I can't wait to try that on Mrs. Lori's Appalachian stack cake. Instead of the apple, I want to try the apricot because I think it'd be really good. So today we're going to can apricot jam. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I need to wash these very well. She doesn't use anything on it, but they still get dust and bugs and you never know. So I want to wash these. I need to boil them for just maybe 30 seconds and then plunge them in an ice water bath and then skin them. So I'm going to get these washed, blanched, and into the ice bath and start taking all the skins off, and then we'll come back when I've got that all done. Well, I have peeled, pitted, and coarsely chopped 2 quarts of apricots. Now I'm going to go ahead and put them in my pan. And we need to slightly mash these. So I'm just going to go through with a potato masher. Okay, let me put the camera down so you can see. So I'm just going through and mashing it. I'm not going to worry too much. If it's a little chunky, I don't mind that. Now I'm going to measure and make sure I've got 2 quarts here. So after mashing it, I don't quite have 2 quarts. So I'm going to peel and chop some more. We'll be back. Alright, I've got 2 quarts of the crushed apricots. So now I am going to add, let me just double check my amounts. I have 6 cups of sugar and 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And again, I'm using my organic raw sugar because I prefer using that to the processed white sugar. Now I'm going to put this over a medium-low heat, and I want to bring it slowly to a boil and make sure all the sugar is dissolved. Once I do that, I'm going to raise the heat to medium-high and bring this to 220 degrees and keep stirring it so that it doesn't stick. So I'm going to go over there and do that, and then we will come back. I've cooked this and I ran the sheet test on it on the spoon. So it is gelling. So now I'm going to get the jars that are in the canner staying hot. Let me get one out. And anytime you're working with hot food, you need hot jars and hot canner. So I have all of those. And we're going to fill this to 1/4 inch headspace, and I'm using pints for this. And you need to be very careful. This was splashing all over me.
Yeah. Yeah, I already got it ready. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to jiggle this a little because this is liquid right now. So very hot water. Clean the rims. Get a lid. Finger tight. And that's going in the canner. I'll do one more for you. Clean the rim. Put on my lid and finger tight. And this goes in the canner. Now come back after I process these, and these will process for at sea level for 15 minutes for pints, but because of my altitude I will process for 25 minutes. So I'll see when they're all done. Okay, I'm a hot mess now. I've been outside picking tons of sugar snap peas and green beans, watering plants, taking care of chickens, all that good stuff. And that was after I finished canning this apricot jam. And we're finally getting warm weather here. It took us till the end of July to do it. But I let this jam process for 25 minutes because of my high altitude, 15 if you're at sea level, after I brought it up to a full boil. And then I turned the burner off and let them sit uncovered for 5 more minutes before I took them out. So here, this is a partial, so this is one we're going to be eating off of really soon, and I can't wait because I tasted it. I know it's good. But I got 4 full pints and about 2/3 of a pint, maybe 3/4. Probably a little less than I would like. It took quite a while to bring it up to full gel stage, so it probably evaporated more than I would like, but that's okay. What I have is going to be really concentrated apricot flavor, and I can't wait. I love it. That being said, I have packaged up from the apricots I had earlier. I've packaged up for 3 people. And I still have this many. So I may be making some more jam. But it's worth it. This tastes so good. So thank you for watching. God bless. We'll talk again soon.